tell us a little about yourself and what you do at Notre Dame?
So I'm Matt Greeley, and I'm one of the campus ministers here at Notre Dame, and I teach junior religion. It's a class on morality and Catholic social teaching.
Like, how have you found ways to incorporate your love and knowledge of Spanish in the classroom?
Well, in my class, I mean, it's all in English, but I do definitely tell stories and try and bring into the stories, share a little about the culture or different stories of myself learning Spanish. I was not a good Spanish student in high school, and I almost actually failed Spanish in high school, and thought I'd never need it. Who cares? English is the best, and why would I need anything else? But it turns out years later I ended up teaching Spanish in the same classroom that I had been kicked out of as a student, and now I forget the question. But so in terms of the religion class, I don't know that I bring in the Spanish language much, but I've been able to build some really nice friendships with our language teachers here too, and so I visit their classes and love that, to be able to bring that together. And in terms of being a campus minister here, even just before Christmas, we put together our own mariachi group and did the posadas here at Notre Dame, and that's something that I'm only able to do because of those experiences I've had, but they fill me, they give me life.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of goes along with my next question where I said, has there been any special memories you share with your students because of Spanish?
Oh, so many. And, I look at my experiences, out of college. Actually, my junior year of college, it was my first experience in another country. I went to Mexico and spent the summer in Mexico with other students at the University of Scranton, or from the University of Scranton. And couldn't speak Spanish, but made some relationships that I still keep in touch with these young men now. And now their fathers have their own families, and I'm now able to speak with them, just to be friends with them, and it's wonderful. And then after college, getting to go and live in Peru as a Jesuit volunteer was just continues to be transformational in my own life. Something I bring to my own family, but here at Notre Dame, I think we talk about social justice, and we talk about virtues, we talk about core mercy values. Those are universal. And so I think the stories that I'm able to share from my experiences in Peru or in Mexico or wherever, my hope is that they put a little flesh on what those values and ideas can look like in our lives.
You talk a lot about your experiences in other countries, and I was just wondering, what emotions did you experience while you were meeting new people from all around the world?
There were definitely times of a lot of discomfort and a lot of feeling uncomfortable and embarrassed. I would put my foot in my mouth often, I still do. But I think I've grown in a little stronger in being okay feeling uncomfortable and trying to just meet people and get to know them. And I love the word encounter, to try and really get to know someone and not be afraid to ask questions. And I'm a huge Ted Lasso fan, and just his idea of to be curious. I think that's huge, and getting to know people from other countries, it's just opened my world and made me want to learn even more. It's been a spark for me. So yeah.
If you could choose one song that describes how you feel about where you're at in life right now, which would you pick?
There is a Chilean singer named Mercedes Sosa. She died in the 90s. She was an older lady. But she sings a song called Cambia. Cambia, todo cambia. And it means change. Everything changes. Everything changes. And on Pandora, I have my Keith Urban channel, but I've meshed in all my Latino groups and musicians that I like too, and she's been coming up a lot lately. So I would say that song, that everything changes, but our love and our passion doesn't. It grows, like that change in a good way. So I would say that's a song that sticks out to me these days.
And for my last question, If you could offer any piece of advice to a Notre Dame student, what would it be and why?
To not be afraid to try new things and to feel uncomfortable. In particular, to make sure we see that you recognize, look for people on the margins and that you welcome them in, and actually rather that you go and you sit with them and make those margins not the margins anymore. I think that's huge. So, and to recognize how good you are and that you have so much to offer. You, Emily, but also all of you Notre Dame students.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Greeley.
Thank you, muchas gracias.